there it goes. Indeed, greetings unto you, my beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me on the Haywire Hill Farm today, technically. So, I see this message like a while ago. Something about you have been approved on Haywire Hill or something like that. And I see this message and I basically assume that this message means that I've now been approved to wield what we affectionately call the banhammer here on Haywire Hills subreddit. And I kind of assume that I now have a banhammer capabilities, if anything. And then I'm like casually scrolling through my, what do you call it, subreddit selection page, I guess, and I see Haywire Hill pop up there. And I sent Uncle Becky a message last night. I'm like, hey, what's this? Hold up a second. And he's like, I was wondering how long it will take you to notice. So I've noticed, Uncle Becky, and here I am. I'm streaming from the Haywire Hill subreddit. I do believe, and I hope you'd be okay with it. I should have asked you beforehand, but I felt only now, like literally as I'm sitting down and making the decision to start streaming, to actually do it. So I didn't think that you would reply as fast as I would want you to. I hope you're okay with it, Uncle Becky. I'm sure you would be. Good morning, my friend. Orange Sherbert, Dragon RKO, Dragonborn RKO, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me again. And it's surprisingly trippy that you are 100% on the money. This is the Orange Sherbert strain that I'm breaking up right now. Very impressive. How did you know, friend? Are you in fact clairvoyant? Or did you remember that was the last strain that I smoked and you just kind of guessed randomly? And even if it's a random guess, it still means that you were in sync because your random guess was correct. Thank you for joining me, friend. Sorry for the wind noise. I'm really trying to make it as little noticeable as possible. I have like a blanket that I kind of wrapped around the chairs that I have keeping my tripod up, and I do believe that it's making a little bit of a difference. Literally a little bit of a difference. Good morning to you as well, my friend. How have you been? How's your morning been treating you? Do you have any plans for your Sunday? Me and my family had lunch together. We ate burgers, homemade burgers, and my sister made homemade sushi, and it was surprisingly good. Surprisingly good, actually. She was using literal tuna can meat as well, and I was thinking to myself, oh, this is gonna be something. But I won't offend my sister by not trying any, so I did, and I was like, actually. Actually, I've not actually had too much sushi in my life, as far as the amount of meals I've had. Like maybe I've had like a plate of sushi in front of me 3 times before in my life. And the previous sushi that I ate was at this very posh restaurant where you could like have your own food cooked in front of you and stuff like that. And they had these sushi rolls that had like caviar and these almost like crackly bits kind of stuffed on top of it. It was just, it was really nice. And I kind of thought that I wouldn't want to eat sushi again because it wouldn't be able to top that. And my sister didn't top it necessarily, but it was enjoyable enough for me to actually consider trying to eat it a little bit more regularly. But do you friends enjoy eating? Sushi something you've enjoyed for a long time? Is it something you've tried recently maybe? It's an interesting food time. We have some salmon here as well. The wind is like kicking my ass a little bit today. What's the best? That's the best when they prepare it in front of you. Very cool. I agree, actually, friend. Creates this very direct experience between you and your food. Lighting things on fire and stuff as well. So there's like a little bit of a visceral experience to it. The blanket that I have trying to deal with audio is also covering up the light that I have. I'm not lacking in light just yet, but I might be in a bit, so I'm gonna chillax. Hopefully as the light goes, the wind stops. Wishful thinking though. I've already used up, like the last week, maybe last 2 weeks have been just extremely windy to the point where I kind of been hiding underneath the roof, but only works to that extent that I have like two angles in which I have like kind of decent audio quality. And I didn't want to use one of those two angles again because I've used them the last 2 days. So we're just sitting in the middle of the wind today. Had a podcast today as well. My friends. We got into some deep stuff as we always do. We actually went into having kids and talking about that as an idea as well again. How there is these feelings of concern to the point where we don't necessarily think we can have kids just yet. And asking the question as to why it is we do want to have kids at all. Asking the questions of if having kids is going to be something that we think is necessary for our lives. What we have to do and how far we'll have to come when it comes to our own financial security, if you will, or even the world security, to be able to kind of justify it. Because I feel in a lot of ways that so many people are refusing to have kids these days, just looking at the state of the world, feeling like this is not the time to be having kids. We need to be fixing things first. If there is fixing, that is. It's the wind. You know what? I'm gonna release the tension I have towards the wind as well. No fighting it. No asking the wind why it is. It's so winding. Kind of makes me think of this book by David Data called The Way of the Superior Man. He kind of goes into explaining, at least from his perspective, the masculine and feminine energies in this world. And like there's one thing or one part where he kind of goes into the explanation of how nature and yes, planet Earth in itself as well can be so feminine, you know, in the things that she does. For instance, this was happening right now. I think of it as very feminine energy being shared, because it's something I have like absolutely no control over, something that can be so overwhelming, something that I kind of have to like keep myself upright in as well. Uncle Becky, yes, this is the way. I was like actually talking about you a little bit before you got here, Uncle Becky. I'm happy that I got that message, at least. It means good things to me. How are you doing, Uncle Becky? How are you doing, my friend? I sent you a message on Discord as well, telling you that I really enjoyed at least the bit that I saw about your, how do you describe it? First person stream, if you will. Fantastic, man. Like I was literally mid podcast while I tuned in, so I couldn't even turn the sound on. But I just like seeing you like standing in front of the dirt, or like having a hand out towards the dirt and waiting for all of the chat responses and then picking it up. It was just so heartwarming, man. Thank you for sharing that with us. Hey, it's been Teak Bug as well. Thank you for joining us, my friend. How have you been? For some reason, the first thing that I'm thinking about is your little uterus plushie. I've been Teak Bug. I don't know if that's the best connotation, but I feel if anything, you know, for the awareness that it brings, for the destigmatification of our own, you know, bodies, I love it. I love it so much. It was a lot of fun. It looked like so much fun. I wish I could have been more present for it. I wish I could have just heard what you said as well. But I knew as soon as I hit that unmute button, it would be able to be heard on the podcast as well. Man, we're gonna do some cool stuff, Uncle Becky. I'm so happy to be streaming on the Haywire Hill subreddit today. Hopefully, not hopefully one day. One day I'll come to Haywire Hill itself, stream on Haywire Hill, on the actual subreddit of Haywire Hill, Haywireception. What's my intention for today, Uncle Becky? You know what? I'll let you pick, Uncle Becky. If you're still here, I'll let you pick my intention for me. My paper is gone. Mrs. Wind. I'll get another paper. I'll keep it in the package until I have the intention set. The audio must be absolutely atrocious. I'm sorry. I tried. I did try, to the extent that I could at least figure something out. Actually, stop the work. Just being blown away. Hi Bentique. So nice of you to think my uterus. It sounds even worse when you say it like that, Bentique Bug. The haywire holler you let whoa. The haywire holler you let out was golden, Uncle Becky. Bentique Bug, reminding me of the things that I've missed. The intention. Is my intention the intention? Should be, okay, here it comes. The intention should be, since it is, I'm literally streaming on your subreddit, Uncle Becky, r/haywire_hill. I believe it's only fair for me to give the intention baton, a stick over to you, if you will. Goodness, if I'm not going to be blown away by the wind today. If I can roll a joint today, that is the question, actually. Man, I'm going to have to get out my top skills. And I have like one of my shorter scarves, so I don't actually have like a big windshield either. Oh, I'm gonna get wrecked. But before I do, I'm gonna wait for that intention. I am going to say something worth saying. Maybe this can help you, Uncle Becky, while we wait. You abide in the perfect moment for your transformation. Right here, right now. The light of your soul remains undefiled and unlimited. There we go. No, that's the one. That's the thing we're saying for today. The light of your soul. The light of your soul remains undefiled and unlimited. So Noah, looks like the wind is bad over there too. Hope you are well, my friend. I'm doing so well, my friend. I have a Kiki running past me. I have wind rushing through my body, past my body. I have hair in my face. Fresh air in my nostrils. Itches on my nose. Life is good, friend. How are you doing, Noah? It's been a while. How's life been treating you? How have you been feeling? The intention should be... Summer is very much here. I'm gonna get so wrecked by the heat. I already know it. The intention for today is find a way for us to do a joint broadcast. I think we are technically, Uncle Becky. If you really wanna get woo-woo about it, we are doing a joint broadcast right now, right here, aren't we? But I feel that the way to articulate at least that sentence is co-creation. I like co-creation as the intention, Uncle Becky. Thank you for co-creating this intention with me. It's really windy in California as well, dangerous fire weather. Getting a lot of smoke in Santa Barbara from a fire in North Carolina. Oh man. I hope you stay safe as well, my friend. Mel, nice to see you, friend. I am good and better now that I have gathered up some of your positive energy. Thank you so much, Tommy. That's beautiful, my friend. Thank you for joining us. How have you been? How long ago was it the last time you streamed? How's your blackberries doing? Yeah, that's how much I have to ask right now, friend. I hope you're doing well. Look at how this piece of paper is just like, yes, I'm gonna just run away as soon as you let me go. Just gonna get it. Gonna go and free myself. Co-creation. I'm going to have to co-create a joint with the wind as well. If the wind will allow me to create a joint, that is. I do hope so. I hope you friends are well. I know, like at least in my feeling of things, I feel like there's been some intense energy, trippy energy, intimidating energy, heavy energy. At least in like the way that I've been feeling, going on around in the world. And it can get to the point where we feel so intimidated and lost in this energy that we kind of isolate ourselves from others as well. Instead of realizing that we can share with one another in these feelings, we can help one another through these feelings, we kind of contract it inside of ourselves and just kind of pretend they don't happen, or pretend they're not happening to us, specifically that. The wind is freaking hectic today. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to roll a joint in this. I'm gonna try. Freaking can't stop me, wind. I'm resilient as they come. I'm winning. I'm winning little by little. What? Melt is streaming on Haywire Hill. I am on B. I am streaming on Haywire Hill. I noticed last night that I'm able to. You know, after I should have noticed a little bit earlier. And I think maybe what helped me notice was Gob. Gob came in yesterday and told me he's going to stream on Haywire Hill, his painting stream. And then I went into Gob's stream and then I saw Gob was streaming on r/Haywire Hill, and then I went into my like subreddit picker and I was like, hold up. Hold up. Who, when, what, how, who's so I had to come in, at least say hi to the Haywire Hill fam as well. The blackberries are done for the year. Looking forward to next year's berries already. That sounds amazing. I hope you enjoyed as many of them as you could, my friend. Haywire Hill United. Yes, very much so, Red Clicker. Thank you for joining us here as well, my friend. How are you doing? It's been a while since we've had a chat. Whew, connection. I feel maybe connection was even a better word on B. I had co-create, because I felt that would have been a co-creation as well, you know, to have a joint broadcast. But I think connection is in even, you know what? Go even further with the complexity. It doesn't want to write on my finger. Okay, no, I'm testing fate now. Job's done. In the wind cannot be defeated. If at first you experienced resistance, move towards Is that weed? It is! Hello! Hello! Hello, my leafy leafers! Hello! Hello! Hello, my leafy! Hello, my leafy dog! Hello, my leafy dog! Oh, you my leafy! Oh, you my leafy leafy! Okay, bye-bye. Off to work today. I'll be waiting. Off work today. I'll be walking my dogs and swimming later at the pool. Is it hot where you live, actually, Red Clicker? And are you going to swim at like some sort of public pool, so you might have the opportunity to meet some friends there or something? I'm really curious. Uncle Becky was saying the other day, I don't think Meld was noticing he has streaming privileges on R-Wire. I didn't on B. I in fact didn't. So I was like telling the story a little bit earlier. I received like a notification, something telling me like you have been approved or something like that as a Haywire, or like you've been approved on r/Haywire Hill, I think is the message I'm getting. And I kind of assumed that Uncle Becky gave me banhammer privileges to be able to like help if there is some abrasive friends in the comments, if you will. And then, yeah, as I said, the whole gob thing, I was like, wait, hold up a second. And then I sent the message to Uncle Bakey yesterday as well. Love it! I couldn't roll a joint in the wind, Dragonborn. I feel the sheer girth of my being maybe kind of blocked out the wind a little bit, allowed me to have like a little bit nook of quiet here in my middle. Kiki has some extreme chaos energy again. You saw her for a second running past. I'm happy she found her toy again. I think she carried it away, and then she kind of walked past the part that she carried it away in, and then she found it again, and now she's just like ecstatic about her having her toy again, running around, playing with it. Thank you for the respect. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for sharing the love. Sounds like a great day. It sounds like a great day indeed. I couldn't agree more. It's August, so it's hot. Today is the last day. The pool is open. That's interesting. So like, do you want to elaborate a little bit on that actually, Red Clicker? Is it because it's going to get cold now that they just closed the pool? What if you like swimming in cold pools? Aren't you allowed to anymore? Thank you for the silver, brother. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you, friends. Better go enjoy it. I mean, if it's the last day, you might as well, right, on the... Hey, Meld, I've been thinking about you and the positivity you bring. Take a drag. I will in a second, friend, and thank you for joining me here, man. I'm happy that you've been thinking about the positivity that I bring. I hope, if anything, that in thinking that, you think to yourself, how can I do the same? And know that you are, right now, right here, bringing positivity into my life, and hopefully into the lives of the ones watching here as well right now. Thank you for joining us, Take a Drag. How have you been, friend? How's life been treating you? What have you learned recently? Like, I don't understand what you're saying, my beloved aggressive water. I would love to know. I would love to answer you, that is. But I do not read Russian that good, unfortunately. Looks like you're going to have a good time with that joint. I hope so, Take a Drag. I mean, I do feel I deserve it, you know, being able to roll it here in the wind. And we haven't actually smoked a joint on the stream in a while. Join me? I know. She's getting so big. Ow! You may seerbok nie. You may seerbok nie. Oh, Kiki. Rustig. Kiki. Kiki. Oh, rustig. Rustig means relax. Be calm. Kiki. Ow. Je maakt mij zeer. Je maakt mij zeer, Kiki. Je maakt mij zo zeer. Auw. 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 Je moved it. I know. Je maakt mij zeer. I love you as well. I love you as well, my little mush. She's so freaking absurd. Zijn boobs, wat maak jij? Wat maak jij? She's simple. Nee, she's simple, your boob. Oh! Oh! Oh yeah, that's blood. Oh. She got me with the tip of her tooth right in the inside of my nostril. It's like I feel partly responsible for having her that close to my face. He says partly responsible, full knowing he's fully responsible. But she also knew that she hurt me. You see, she felt mildly bad. I'd like to believe, at least. It's truly an honor to have you. Thank you so much, Auntie. You absolutely warm my heart. Can I just tell you, every single time I get to interact with you, even for a second, it just brings joy to my heart. So they closed the pool because it's outside. Oh goodness. I'm gonna have some blood on my body. I have it inside of my body all the time. It doesn't seem to bother people, but I'm gonna have some of it outside now. So they close the pool because it's outside. In a week they will have Doggy Day, where they let dogs swim before they close it for fall. Okay. Does it freeze over during the winter? Does it get that cold? Because I've been like, since I've been focusing more on like breathwork exercises and stuff like that, I've been on a little bit of a Wim Hof stint. Not recently, but more in the beginning of this year. And like looking at some of the stuff he does, he has access to like big lakes, you know, in the Netherlands during the cold times, or rivers and stuff, and he kind of gets into those frozen ones. I would like to actually be able to do the same, to actually live in an area that's cold enough for the water to reach that point where you can kind of shock yourself, if you will. Texas to Straya. I don't know what that means, friend. But thank you for joining. Is weed illegal in South Africa? It's not, friend. It's been decriminalized, fortunately. So it's legal for us to smoke the marijuanas. It's legal for us to cultivate marijuanas. It's legal for us to give it away for free. It's, however, not legal for us to sell it or buy it from one another. So, yeah. You win some, you lose some. It's so cool. Been good. Life has been bad, kind of fair. Been working more on myself. I've been experiencing great vibes lately. Life hasn't been bad. I don't know why I read has been bad. I'm so happy to hear that, Take a Drag. You deserve to be happy, friend. I believe that the fact that things are going well is in part, in relationship rather, if you will, with you trying to work on yourself as well, friend. It makes me so happy to hear that. Mr. Smithies Charles. I would love to see videos of those dogs swimming in the pool, having a good time. It sounds like an absolute blessed time. I'm going to stream Doggy Pool Day for sure. Yes! Yes, Red Liquor, please do. You'll go front page, I'm sure. Oh, man. Dry? Yeah, I heal fast, it seems. I'm going to... Your dog has so much energy. Kind of like my cat. I swear she is on Adderall all the time. Kiki is just like a little crackhead. Jack Russells don't have off buttons unless they choose to be put off. Like that kind of stuff where she just loses her mind. Like it's like the first time she's seen me all day, just like instantly loses her mind. Like she'll do this thing as well, like in the mornings when I'm just waking up and coming out of my room. I'll kind of squat down and she'll start to scour my legs. Like she'll scour up my legs here and try and get like somewhere close to my neck because she wants to snuggle into that area, if you will. Texas to South Africa, my bad. It's so chill, my friend. Texas to wherever, indeed. Monsoon? No, I hope not, friend. Just some wind right now. Superman cold. He wants his cape back. I think Superman would be the coolest of superheroes if he wore a cape like this, dude. Doesn't actually have superpowers, just drops people with heavy psychedelics and then they think he has superpowers. Man, it is still kind of uncomfortable. I'll be okay. Hi Mel Cruz, so happy to see you. So happy to see you as well, Moss. How long has it been, friend? 3 months? Has it been 3 months? So long. Thank you for joining us again, friend. I hope you've been well. Yes, it would freeze here and hurt the pool. Oh, so they actually empty the pool? Red Clicker, I'm guessing then? She is killing a rope. Oh goodness. There goes my scarf as well. This thing is like it's crazy, dude. Like it's just like chaotic crackhead energy. She's just like absolute madness. Like just max madness all the time. It's just like chaos mode. Yes, I murder it. And she'll drop on the floor and she'll be like, yes, another time, again. You wanna? Just gonna bring it back. I'm not gonna have peace. I'm never lighting this joint ever, it seems. I'm gonna win, even if it's the last thing I do. No, I have to figure out how to light this thing as well. Co-creation. Don't want to burn my hair. To co-creation, right? South Africa is right. Thank you for letting him know as well on beat. Can't wait to see that. The love is there. Hey, the love is there. That's all that matters, absolutely. Good day to you. Hey, Lavender Jones, it's been forever, my friend. It's so nice to see you as well. We have Darcy. Thank you for the helpful, my friend. I appreciate the love you share. I saw that I missed your recent stream, One Day in the Garage. I think you titled it. I'm sorry, my friend. I hope it went well. I'm sure I'll see you again next week. Yep, it would freeze and crack the pipes if they kept the water in it. I guess that's not something I actually took into consideration as much. Does it freeze solid? Like your entire pool will freeze in like a solid piece of like ice. Does that happen actually? Like the coldest that's ever been here in South Africa is where it like forms like a small layer of ice on top of some of the water troughs, for example, but never like thick layers of ice. Have you thought about moving indoors? Nancy? I just did, and I've come to the conclusion that I do not want to. I've actually thought about this as well. Like there might be a stream at least at some point in this year. That's going to be indoor, maybe like with my painting in my room as my background. I'm going to have to figure out a way to actually mount my streaming setup on my bed, but it shouldn't be impossible. Not right now though. It's a nice day. If it becomes unbearably hot or something like that, then maybe I'll consider it properly. For now, I think we can get by. I feel as agitated as the wind is, interestingly enough. I still do have a bit of discomfort in my face. Not at all this little monster that just now quietly sits behind me. Like I kind of want to snort this water for some reason. I don't think it works like that. So, co-creation and your intention on the connection. Gloomy sunshine. It's so nice to have you here, my friend. I'm doing well. We just have a lot of wind. How are you doing, friend? It won't freeze solid if it's super deep. It just freezes like 2 feet thick. That's like 60 centimeters. Probably even thicker than that. That's crazy. Oh man. Ooh, because like I kind of have this fantasy with inside of my head where I kind of run and jump through the ice into the water, and like imagining myself jumping onto technically 2 feet of ice just does not sound like a vibe. She's hitting me with her chew toy. You want to focus? You want to pay attention to something? No. I refuse. I refuse. Stake in Ohio. Given a few more months, we will be hitting winter. Fall is on approach now. Fall time in Ohio. It's really nice. The leaves from the trees start to fall, and there's so many colors everywhere. Oh man, that sounds beautiful even in the way that you describe it. Take a drag. The areas that we live, have such an influence on our life experience. And it's something that me and my friends were talking about today. We did our podcast before the stream today, And it was something we kind of went into talking about, how if you can't, or we were talking about having kids and why we want to have kids, and the kind of morals around having kids and why you would want to have kids, things you would have to kind of come to establish before you have kids. And Johan said this thing about not having kids if you don't have access to, or don't have, I think access to is the right word, abilities to kind of create a better quality of life for your kids, be it taking them into some sort of nature retreat, be it for them to be able to experience this world more fully, like the life experience. And I'm not trying to judge anyone, I'm just trying to share some of the observations that we were making. The life experience of someone, for example, who lives in the middle of a city and kind of grew up in that city, experiencing that city life, and that being the only thing they ever experience. They only get to leave the city after they're out of the house, for example, comparatively to Kiki, she's scratching my back. Comparatively to someone, for example, growing up in the middle of the forest, for example, they would have such a different experience, such a direct experience with nature, and that could in turn kind of benefit the person that they end up becoming. And like, who are we to say whether or not the one person, having been created, Kiki, she's like kicking my back, trying to get me to throw her chew toy again. Now I'm just kind of like scratching her tummy, but she's out of field vision. Like, who are we to say which experience is better? Like, even though I do kind of think that the experience of being able to be in nature as a child is more beneficial, I definitely have a bias towards thinking that. So, like we mentioned, that if it kind of had to be like that, it was required for you to have access to certain things, then suddenly the prospect of having kids becomes very dystopian. As you'll have to kind of have all of these requirements met before you can have kids, and that is also not the way that it's supposed to be. And the wind is just kind of like kicking my ass today. I thought it would kind of like calm down eventually. Little did I know, this is just gonna be the vibe. You're depending. Depending on where in the country you are. Up north, there are lakes that completely freeze over, and people put shacks on the water to go ice fishing. I actually want to try that as well. I don't think it can be that fun, other than the conversations that you have with one another, right? Smoke a bunch of joints, catch some fish, have some conversations. She wants me to throw it, that's what's happening. Freaking dogs. Man, I love her so much. The metal. Hot. Oh, it's one of those useless converters. In Athens, Ohio, it gets cold but not unbearable. I'm happy to hear that, friend. At least you don't suffer, during the winters. Ohio here, drag and here. As a kid, we could ice skate over our soccer field in Montana. Did it have like water flooding it, and then after the water flooded, we freeze on freaking smoke a joint in this building. Come on, kicking. She just bit me. I'm gonna show you the freaking dog. You may bite me. I'm not even gonna throw this thing. I'll just put it down there. No. Yeah. Like, I was kind of being a little bit abrasive and challenging towards the wind, and then she bites me. So maybe that was supposed to be a reminder. It's like, hey. We're supposed to be triggered or something. As a kid, well, I've read that one. I think you have a bad hammer now. Uncle Becky. I imagine myself with like kind of what's the upgrade to Mjolnir? Like, Thor had the actual hammer, right? The Mjolnir hammer, and then he got the axe hammer. Like, that was a vibe, dude. I kind of imagine myself like prowling with one of those axe hammers now. You'll get chopped or bonked. Yes, bro. Hey, Super Turtle time. It's nice to have you here again, my friend. How have you been? How's life been treating you, dude? Ohio, where you can experience all four seasons in one day. Goodness, Charles. I'm experiencing one of the seasons today, I feel. Wind isn't the season, Meltmore. It's the shifting, right? What is it? Spring? This is supposed to be spring. Our springs end up being pretty windy usually. Ah, okay. As moving indoor because you looked uncomfortable. I'm enjoying watching the weather. Basically looks the same where I am. I'm happy that you're enjoying it with me, Nanchi. I'm not uncomfortable as much as I am consciously aware that on my audio right now there is happening in the background, and that part is the part that's really triggering my brain and being like so that's where, if there is any discomfort coming from, I'm kind of like chilling in the wind right now. Wind shelter under the tree bud. Nice chill. I stand up more of a chance that one of the tree branches fall on me, dude. It's a joke. I'm not actually scared of them. Yay! That's so rad. Hello from Ohio, friends. Melt is awesome. No, you take it right. Thank you for sharing your awesome energy with us as well. Is in fact bipolar, yes, bro. This has been a long time coming. It has been a while. Super time turtle. Super turtle time. Super time turtle. How have you been, friend? How's life been treating you? Where have you been? What do you feel has led up to us meeting here again? Do you have something to share with me? You have brought me the nugget of information that I've been seeking. Yes, Mel, it's soccer in the spring and summer, then it would rain in the fall and freeze over in the winter. She's like trying to get me to throw her rope for her. She's like really bringing it up to me. Yeah, so right. I've been spending a lot of time at my friend's ranch in Santa Barbara Mountains. Pure, beautiful wilderness. Fishing in the lake, smoking a joint is the best. That sounds so sick. Just freaking. This is why I say she's a monster. It's like she just wants murder. Murder is what she wants. Yes, yes. Yes, murder, murder. Murder, murder, murder. You can come for it in a second. She wants me to throw it though, right? That's what you want. Ugh. I keep dodging in the wrong direction as well. Hey to you, where it's so nice to have you here, my friend. How have you been? We're still here. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's been better actually, but since you're fucking hot boy on Reddit, I'm gonna keep it short and have many people to respond. No, friend, actually, it's all you. You have the stage. Super Time Turtle. You have Super Turtle Time. You have the stage, friend. It's all you, man. You can just go. I'd love to hear. This is the chaotic energy. Just max chaos. Like, I wonder what's going on in her little brain. Like, is she actually just screaming murder as she does stuff like this? Okay, I have to throw it again, I guess. I missed it. She's looking for it. He says I. Sucker. Been deciding whether or not to continue the Banana Man stream. Hold a second. Super time turtle. Super turtle time. Like, I don't know if I'm making the wrong connections, because I'm very sure I have seen a Banana Man stream on Reddit, but I'm not sure if I'm attaching the right connection to you now, friend. Maybe I have seen you. Thank you for being here with me, friend. Like, why is it you feel you're deciding whether or not to continue the Banana Man stream? Do you want to continue streaming despite, if you're going to, if you're gonna do Banana Man stream or not, like you'll still stream. Oh, do it, or are you gonna discontinue indefinitely? Hey Hertz, thank you for joining me, Fred. It's so nice to have you here. Actually, side note, first family dog was a toy fox terrier. We actually have a fox terrier dog as well. Interestingly enough, my friend. Oh, in the face. I am OJ Simpson, and I approve this podcast. Thank you, friend. I appreciate your approval. I miss you so much, but I keep sending pray, love, fears, union, friendship, happiness, and all the amazing, magnificent energy for you all. Thank you, Vava. It's been so long, friend. I appreciate you sharing that loving energy with us. You are so appreciated. Thank you for the wholesome seal of approval as well. I appreciate that. The sound is good, Mel. Not too much wind noise. Like on this stream, 100% it will be kind of okay on beat. But on the YouTube video, I believe you would be able to hear me at least. So that would be okay. I'm kind of looking forward as well. Like I do this constant thing on beat where I imagine myself like listening or watching this video right now, this moment we're sharing with each other right now, like 20 years into the future or something like that, and how like the watching experience is gonna be one way or another. And I would want to, and I believe we're going to be able to like have AI kind of clear wind noise and like maybe even upscale the resolution and stuff like that. So maybe I'm concerned for no reason at all, but I'm still thinking about that stuff. I got off the phone with a buddy who I recommended to watch your streams because you're a great dude with great vibes. He also has the same mushroom necklace pouch. What are the odds of that, Take a Drag? That sounds so cool, my friend. What's your friend's name? I don't know if he said hi or not. He might have, and I didn't know. But he did actually have like a few new friends join us. Like yesterday, I believe, Blankets and Pillows joined us for the first time. It was instantly like a hit, if you will. Goodness. Man, I ended up not taking that puff of that joint after she bit me. I felt like I had to give it a second, but maybe I still have to give it a second or two. But co-creation. You know, I can't be angry or disappointed or upset with the wind either. Because if I didn't come and sit outside in the wind, then I wouldn't notice it, right? Then it wouldn't be a problem. But now, because I've made this decision to take myself out of an environment that I could be comfortable in, put myself in an environment which I could potentially perceive discomfort, how can I complain about discomfort that I perceive then? I cannot. There is only being grateful. There is only being grateful. Like, I don't know if I should keep streaming. I can't dance like in an open field at 6 a.m. Like I don't have a dance. Dude, super turtle time. I haven't danced in like 2 months, my friend. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. I have danced, but I haven't like had a morning dance in like 2 months, basically. It's okay, friend. You don't need a thing. You don't need to be more perfect than you already are, friend. Just share your experience when you feel you're supposed to. That's the only thing you can expect of yourself. Mush. We're gonna fall over. We're gonna fall over. I can feel you being disbalanced. The slightest little shift. His name is Nathan, and he said, "Hello, peace, love, and rock and roll," is what he said. I may have seen his message. Thank you for telling me as well, Take a Drag. I appreciate you sharing the love, my friend. It means more than you know. Uh, were you thinking of me in your afternoon time, Meld? Yeah, actually, I was. I actually talked about you at the start of this stream, my dude. So yeah, I can with confidence say that I was. uh, Nathan. I feel that, but we all bring something different to the table. I agree completely, Anvi. Completely. Like, it shouldn't be, oh, you have this thing, I don't have that thing. It should be, I have this thing, you have that thing, right? And we can all have our own things, if you will. We can share ourselves with one another, creating this full spectrum of experience. Thank you for the silver. I appreciate that. Dragonborn. True. I meant it more in a joking way, but still. We just want to absolutely overflow you with love, my friend. There's absolutely no content, no judgment, no disagreement. We just want you to know that you're loved and appreciated exactly the way you are, friend. Oh, I think you might be a little bit behind, actually. Super Turtle time. But you will only receive this message in a while. So you're maybe gonna stay behind. If you want to get to speed, and I know this is something that RPAN sometimes does, you can kind of scroll this little bar all the way to the front. And it will bring you back to the present, if you will. At least as present as the RPAN streams can be. This little creature. Such a distraction. Yet so absolutely. Bless. For some reason, my sister put this little band on her that has this little bell. I was just thinking to myself, what an absolute irritating mess it must be to constantly have this bell attached to your body. And then my mom had to mention that she actually has a piece of jewelry that has like one of these little bells on it, and she refuses to wear it because every time she moves her arm, she hears the little bell as well. I was thinking, I wonder if she feels the same way, but she isn't like clawing at it or trying to get it off, so maybe not. I think the main part was there all these people doing mental health stuff. I don't know, friend. I mean, if anything, maybe it's feeling like some sort of responsibility from each and every single one of those people that are trying to do stuff like that. Like the majority of the experiences that we're having out in the world are generally not that positive or, upbuilding or uplifting. So kind of working on mental health and taking care of yourself in that way has become something that's more important than ever. So don't feel like you should be intimidated by other people doing the same thing, my friend. I am going to be joking. I'm going to be joking you on this smoke session. Take a drag. You're going to be joking with me on this smoke session, I'm guessing? Please do, friend. Like, I'm having a hard time smoking this joint, but I would appreciate you if you could make me giggle up a little bit. People have hotlines. Yeah, they do, friend. I don't have a hotline. You don't need a hotline. These things will come as they're supposed to, friend. If you feel at one point that you want to open a hotline, then at that point you would have, the information, the capacity, the resources, you name it, to be able to do so. But for now, you can't really judge yourself based on the things that you don't necessarily have the skills to do just yet. At least start doing the thing that you feel you can do. And then from almost that sense of knowing that you can do this thing at least, you do the next thing. And then you to the next thing. And then slowly but surely you'll build up your repertoire, your skill set of things that you're capable of. I was up all night and felt you somewhere in a pretty vivid visual meditation sequence. I'm so happy to hear that, my friend. I was up pretty late as well last night, actually, Gob. Later than I wanted to be, but that seems to be the narrative of the last few months. Variety is the spice of life. It's nice to scroll through our pan and see so much uniqueness. It really is. I couldn't agree more. Seeing different expressions of self. Oh, get off it, you. Get off it, Shiva. Yeah, Dragonborn is a tribute to one of my favorite video games, Skyrim. Oh, absolutely, friend. I know that. I was also a big Skyrim fan myself. I played probably like 500 hours of Skyrim on the Xbox 360, dude. It was such a vibe. I had to have freaking Damascus steel everything. Is it Damascus steel? Daedra steel? Daedric? Daedric armor, that's the one. Is it Daedric? The black and red one? You know what I'm talking about, but yeah. I also enjoyed the game, my friend. It was a classic. We're just waiting for the next one now to lose 500 hours of time again. I'm joining you. My iPhone auto-corrected me for some reason. I'm joining you. Oh, in the smoke session today. It's okay, Take a Drag. Thank you for joining me, friend. I appreciate it, brother. Just finished my certification in human services, and it just kinda fit. I'm so happy to hear that. Human services? What does that entail, friend? I'm really curious. I would love to know more, actually. And how did you go about getting the certificate? Thank you for the energy you're sharing with me as well. Don't treat people like a negative. It's just crazy how things have changed in terms of Arpan, etc. Now, Arpan, I feel Arpan has a little bit less boundary to entry sometimes as well. You don't have to have all of this equipment to kind of start. And I know other streaming platforms have allowed the same thing. Like, I think Instagram is a live feature, YouTube definitely has a live feature, TikTok also now has a live feature directly from our cell phones. And I think you can actually pretty effectively stream from your cell phone as well to Twitch. But Arpan has a little bit more of a comfortable user base, I think, when it comes to the internet. I feel people that use Reddit in place of Instagram, Facebook, TikTok are a little bit more internet savvy. I might be completely biased. You are completely biased. But I do believe that Reddit people have a little bit more autonomy when it comes to the internet. Daedric, there we go. Thank you for correcting me, friend. I knew it was somewhere there. Oh man, I thought I would be able to steal it from her without her noticing. But she seems to not be paying attention, so that works as well. You know, I came outside today thinking to myself, oh, it's gonna be summer. Probably going to have to wet my scarf or something to keep myself cold. And then I get all of the wind. So much wind. Where is it going? Where did it come from? Hot air rises, cold air replaces it. Alright? When is it done rising? Man, wind and weather and just our own natural processes that kind of keep us alive on the planet as we are right now are so complex. So complex. Our oceans, so complex. We don't even know properly what's going on this small speck of mud that we're on. Like, we don't have anything. We don't have any idea. We don't have any inkling of just how crazy things are actually sometimes. Forming ourselves, our normals. What we think of as our normals. Intimidating ourselves out of doing things sometimes as well. I've seen a shirt like yours once when I was on shrooms, and how did it treat you, friend? This shirt kind of makes me think of looking into some sort of ocean or pool that has pink splotches, just these little pockets of pink water. Infamous One, thank you for the hugs, my friend. Yay there, all you beautiful people. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I'm having such a good day, Yader. I hope you're having a good one as well, friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Community college, NED, at the COVID testing, and eventually a pop-up vaccination site, mainly local non-profits. Ooh, ooh. What you're saying is going right over my head, Super Time Turtle. I'm guessing you got the certificate at community college, interned at a COVID testing, and eventually a pop-up vaccine site, mainly local non-profits. Okay, to get your okay. I have it now. Thank you, Super Time Turtle. That's amazing, my friend. I'm so happy that you're doing that as well. How did it make you feel? Helping like that. Thank you for the love. We appreciate you as well, Infamous One. Thank you for joining us here. How are you doing, friend? How have you been feeling? Oh, yo. Happy Saturday, friend. Hope it's treating you and yours well. Thank you so much, Auntie, for being so loving. Curious, what are some of the tunes you enjoy? Like what kind of music? Take a drag. I might lose you here, friend. I listen to like most music, but it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm going to listen to music as something that's in the background and is supposed to create an ambiance, then I listen to psytrance because it has rhythm, it has thick sounds, it has a lot of sounds, and it has melody that you can follow or patterns that you can follow. If I'm trying to feel some things, then maybe I'm gonna listen to like some sort of lyrical music. It depends on the flavor of the day. If you're gonna ask me what I listen to the most, it'll be psytrance, progressive psytrance to be very specifically, because I feel with progressive psytrance, I'm the one telling myself the story. Instead of being told the story, listening to normal music with lyrics, if you will. What time is it over there? 8 a.m. in California. Just getting started. It is 5, like 3 minutes past 5 now, my friend. On the Melton Haywire Hill, lovely day indeed. It really is. Yeah, I had to, since I can now. So good to see you all. Crazy, right? It's awesome. It is. It really is. The fact that Uncle Becky has his own subreddit in that little list. I mean, to those he allows to stream, that is. It's also such a trip, actually. Where is Arpan and Reddit gonna go? You see, like I ask myself questions about stuff like that, and especially like it's weird as well because I feel some sort of loyalty at this point towards Reddit as well, just in like what an experience it is. Like if you're really passionate about something and you're getting really into it as well, you can follow a subreddit that is basically just about said thing, and you would be able to get like information on information on information about different people doing the same thing that it is you're passionate about doing, and you can learn from them and you can find more information based on the information that they give you. Like they'll say something that you didn't know about, and then you'll go and look that up and you'll learn a whole plethora of new information. Reddit is just, oh man, it's so freaking sick. It gives you so much control over your perception of your internet usage as well. Where with a lot of the other things, it's kind of just like what do you call it? All-in-one flavor type of content. You're just like, yeah, there's just big scoop of ice cream with all of the flavors. Some people are gonna find some flavor in there that they're gonna enjoy, even though all of the other flavors they don't enjoy. Some of the flavors they'll enjoy and they'll tolerate that. No, damn it, I just want the good flavor. Damn that. Thunder be hitting. Thunder is hitting. Thunder is hitting on your side? Because I don't think there's any thunder just yet, on my side at least. No clouds rolling in. Thank you for the love, Kathy. I appreciate that so much, my friend. Please show us passion and perform a freestyle dance now. You know what? I usually don't actually take people up on that, but just because of your request, please let me log on, please let me log on. I'll do it for you, friend. I'll do a little dance, and then I think the stream will come to an end. So now I'm thinking, should I beatbox myself a rhythm to dance to, or should I just dance to nothing? Maybe I'll find the beat of my heart and I'll dance to that actually. Oh, there we go. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. I appreciate you sharing this space with me. I hope you have an absolutely blessed day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.